Hey guys, we are back for another reading. This is for December 1st through the 7th of December. Excuse me if I said November. I meant to say December. I want to say I accidentally put in the wrong beginning. I was actually trying to get editing done last week, and unfortunately, I accidentally put in my Whispers of the Craft at the beginning. So just ignore that. I probably have like a little note or something just saying that I wasn't even really paying attention, and I apologize for that. I really was not paying attention to that opening, so forgive me. Again, it's the retrograde. It has to be because I put in the wrong beginning. So let's get right to it. We're going to start with the Cozy Witch tarot deck, and then we're going to go to the Wheel of the Year tarot deck as clarifiers. And then, of course, I have pulled some after tarot, and I also have some more witches' wisdom. So we'll start with the first one I pulled. So the first Cozy Witch I pulled was it's called 13. It's called the Broom, but it represents death. Okay. So tidy up your life so you can make space for something better. Again, death is about something ending abruptly and something else taking its place. So I will be talking about this on my Whispers of the Craft show if you guys happen to check that out. Links are in the description field. But the broom is symbolic and it means you're sweeping away the negativity. So think of it like when you sweep around a room, you start at the corners and then you sweep it out the door, right? So you start at the far two corners and then sweep it out the door, right? So death and rebirth is just, it could be all old thought patterns. I'm hearing like you may be thinking some negativity. If you do have negativity that you are thinking of, or something in your life is not going right, so you take those patterns and sweep them out the door. Okay, if you think of it like just take like gunk, like take your forehead and go like this and just sweep or push it out the door, or you could even go outside and do this and just brush it away, brush it away. That's what I keep seeing in my mind's eye. I'm also seeing like a skull. A skull usually around Halloween means death. Again, if you can resonate with some of these symbols that I'm seeing, please put a like and put a comment in. I'd love to hear from you guys, but I'm definitely feeling like, it's time to take out the old and in with the new. So I think I've said this many times before, but tidy up your life. So get rid of stuff that no longer serves you and bring in, so it can bring in the stuff that that does. Tidy up your life so you can make space for something better. Yeah. So this is death and rebirth. In a witch's world, the broom or besom is something symbolic for sweeping away negativity. So no, we don't ride Silhouette to the moon. A misconception. Actually, I think that would be kind of fun, to be honest. It just would be fun to ride a broom and you know it would save on gas for sure, right? I actually saw a really cool sign on Amazon. It says, "My other car is a broom." I was like, I wish. I mean, like I said, you would save a lot on gas, right? So I want my collective to sweep away what no longer serves you. So this is the time to do that as we're coming up on December. This is for December. So as of December 1st, we get into the Yule and Christmas seasons. Of course, this is more time. This is time to be generous, to give more than you receive, and you get receiving tenfold. I can't. As we start this time of the season, it's better to give than receive, right? Because if you give, you will get that back. Okay, as we say in the witch world, whatever you put out will come back to you threefold. So it's like ever mind the rule of three. So let's get rid of negative patterns, negativity, especially around money. I feel like I keep seeing like dollars, like $100 bills, and I keep seeing like someone going like this and going through maybe that's significant to you. Maybe you're thinking of giving someone a handsome reward, or you're hoping you get a handsome reward. I think my boss said something about like she was going to give us presents. I really don't want any presents from her, but I mean, it's that time of the season, right? So December 1st, we'll start it. So what no longer serves you, take out, and so it can make room for the new. So this is the death and rebirth card. So ending old patterns, negative patterns. Yeah, I keep seeing the guy with the roll of hundreds and he's like going through them. So maybe you might be getting something, something you never expected. But again, and they have not motivational speakers, but they have those too. Oh, excuse me. You can look up on YouTube mantras. You can definitely get into positive thinking. Now, I know we're all human, so we don't think positive all the time. It's just unnatural for us. But one thing you can do is remember that this is the start of the giving season. Please give more than you can, more than you would receive. Remember that there are families out there that, yeah, I know. I just made a comment. Gentleman told me that he's homeless, and I'm looking for something to not be so impoverished, I guess. And I remember telling him, that's your. I mean, he was homeless and very happy, right? Because he was asking me my definition of poverty. Well, my definition of poverty is not going to be your definition of poverty, because you're homeless and you're very happy. Okay, so that's not poverty to you. Okay, something that's poverty to me is not going to be poverty to you specifically. So if one's what do they say? One man's temple is another man, or something trash. One man's treasure is another man's trash. Again, our definitions are going to be different. So, I have a right as a human being, and everyone in my audience does too. We all have a right as human beings. If we don't like a situation, we have a right to make it better. And I'm not going to feel guilty because I am not less off than this person or that person. Again, it's not a world I want to be in. In my line of defense, I see something as poverty. If I see something as I am in poverty, that's one thing. No, I'll never go hungry. No, I'm not homeless. But again, what your definition of poverty is, even if you're homeless and you're happy, you're go lucky, you'll never go hungry, blah, blah, blah. That could be your heaven. Okay. That could be that wouldn't be a definition to poverty to you. Okay. So it's whatever you deem as your poverty. Okay. But I want something different. So I have a right to change it, and I have every right to do that. And so does everyone in my audience. So please don't let people make you feel guilty because you're not in their boat or you're not in their situation. Okay. I feel bad for the person I spoke to because they should not be homeless. But I am not homeless, but I do want something better I want to give my son something better than I never had. Okay. Yes, I grew up poor and I'm still kind of poor, and I don't want that. So I'm manifesting to move into something that I don't feel impoverished. So I'm getting rid of this mindset that I'm not homeless, no, but I'm still impoverished in my own life. Okay. So whatever makes me feel poverty or makes me feel put out in the cold or where I don't feel like I need to have something better. I need to get rid of those thoughts. And please, if anyone is out there and you're like, well, why do you feel poverty when you are not homeless? You don't know what it's like. No, I don't know what that's like. And I don't want to know what that's like. And I have a right. I don't have to feel that. And I don't want to be a part of that. So everyone has a right to want something better in their life and for their child. If you have a child, I don't know if this person had a child or not. But I don't want to feel that way, and I don't want to be homeless. I want to have a better life. I want my son to have a better life than what I had and what my parents had. Okay. So again, death and rebirth here. We also have the Eight of Pentacles. Sorry, but fairies aren't going to come and do all the work for you. So you will have to do the hard work. You'll have to, put in the hard work if you want. If you want another life, or you want a better life, or you don't want to be homeless anymore, you have to put in the work. You have to start. I guess you would have to start with getting a good job. Again, I don't, whatever your, however it is you want to get here, you'd have to find, a job. You have to apply. You have to do this. You have to do that. Again, what my story is going to be, your story is going to be different. So however you get there, but you have to put in the hard work. I am putting in the hard work. I'm manifesting. I'm trying to find other avenues, find different means of employment, or whatever is impoverished, or whatever makes me feel impoverished in my life. I am actually manifesting and putting in the time and the hard work and looking for another job, or looking for a house, or whatever. So my story is going to be different than everybody else's, but please don't make me feel guilty, or that I have to subscribe to a certain, religion or whatever. It's like, I think this guy just wanted to kind of say that he was Christian and I should be too. Look, I don't know your story. You don't know my story. We're just two people talking on YouTube. So again, my story is different. What I think is poverty is going to be different from what you think is poverty. So please put in the hard work. It looks like once you clean out and get rid of these feelings. Again, I'm seeing the guy going like this with the hundreds. I don't know if that's significant to someone in my audience, but I keep seeing a guy just going like this through the $100 bills. So there could be, once you get rid of this negativity, or there could be a toxic person in your life. Once you clean out your life and make space for new things to come in, you have to put in the hard work. Of course, the fairies or the fae or whoever, God, Jesus, they're not going to do the work for you. What's that old joke I heard? Someone was praying to the Virgin Mary, please let me win the lottery. And the Virgin Mary said back, well, please let my people, or my congregation actually buy a ticket or something. I probably ruined it, but but I mean, you have to put in the hard work. And I'm not saying play the lottery. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is put in the hard work. So now that you've cleaned out your life and you've gotten rid of that negativity, or that toxic person, or the toxicity, now it's time to do the hard work of changing your life for the better. Okay. So this week, I'm looking at hard work. I'm looking at stuff paying off. If you want a new job, or you want a new position, you have to work for it. You have to put in, sow the seed, so to speak. And I do think I have the Seven of Pentacles somewhere. I don't remember. Oh, over there in the After Tarot. Okay, so we have the Four of Cups. Try not to be so picky, okay? So this is about like disappointment, not getting, usually it has like 4 cups here, and then a hand reaches out and gives another cup. So you already have your cups filled, but you may be just waiting for this one cup left, and you're like, oh, come on, let's go. So disappointment, because she kind of, like, this woman over here kind of looks like she's angry because she's giving her 3 coffees, but she's not giving her that one, right? So, try not to be picky, okay? Try not to get disappointed if something doesn't work out. It will. It's the universe trying to tell you that something will work out. I keep seeing the original 4 of Cups where the guy is like this, and he's like this, and it could be boredom. Like maybe you're bored with something. But remember, you're putting in this hard work because you're trying to get a better life for yourself, or your kids. This could have something to do with the child as well. So just remember that you are doing this, and try not to get bored with it. Like when I start saying, oh gosh, I got to do X, Y, Z. Well, now it's become a chore. Now I don't really want to do it. You know what I'm saying? So try to find something that you want to do, and it will bring your life, your new life in quicker and faster. They always say, try to find your passions, try to find your hobbies or whatever. If that's what it takes, I mean, do it, because in the end, that's what you're going to want to do anyway, right? So I did pull the good luck charm, which is the Wheel of Fortune. If nothing seems to be going your way, cast a spell. That's just a witch's way. You know why they call it spelling? Because words have meaning and they have magic to them. When you pray, when the Christians pray, you are saying words to God or to Jesus. So you are actually casting a spell. And please don't get offended, anyone out there. I'm not saying that you're a witch. I'm saying that they call it spelling for a reason, because words have power, they have magic. So if you're praying to God or Jesus or Allah, or you're Jewish or whatever, know that the words you're speaking have meaning and they have magic to them. So if you are very passionate and you pray or you cast a spell because you're a witch or whatever, remember that good luck charms and good fortune will come to you. Okay. Remember, they call it spelling for a reason. Okay. Because words are very, very magical. And just remember that, the Wheel of Fortune, the original Wheel of Fortune, has the wheel. Of course, it has the devil on the bottom, and then, it has the astrological sign faces. Remember, the wheel is ever turning. So good luck is in your favor. And the more you work hard on this, whatever it is, whatever you want to bring in, whatever you're working hard on, and like I said, try not to get bored, try not to get sidetracked. In this day and age, trust me, a lot of people get sidetracked. But keep going. And if you keep going, you keep working towards it, the Wheel of Fortune tells you that this is your destiny. This is what you were meant to do. So, find your passions, find your hobbies that you like to do. And that hobby could turn into a great job waiting for you that can lead you to a life of luxury. So here we go. 10 of Swords, hurt people, and hurt witches, hurt witches. So the 10 of Swords is about betrayal. It's also an ending of a cycle. As witches, we do not curse, at least the people who deal with the good witches, as we say. There are evil witches. Everyone is attuned to that. There's evil in every religion. So remember that if you hurt people, people are going to hurt you. So, what you send out, you will get back, right? It's like the golden rule: treat others as you like to be treated. Well, you wouldn't want people hurting you. So don't hurt other people. But this seems like there could be a betrayal here. Hurt people, and hurt witches, hurt witches. So if someone, it's kind of saying like, if you got hurt, you're going to hurt other people. Try to stay away from that. So I'm feeling like, don't betray others, but you may feel betrayed here, but it is the ending of a cycle. So whatever happens in the end, if you feel betrayed because of something that didn't work out, just remember, it didn't work out for a reason. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting like, it didn't work out because it wasn't meant for you. Try not to take it out on anyone. I feel like I see my son's face getting mad. When he gets mad, he it builds up and then explodes, right? Try not to do that if something didn't work out for you. Again, if you feel betrayed because of a certain something happened and you feel betrayed because of it, try not to hurt other people. Try not to take it out on anybody. And now I'm getting like someone like going like this outside of their car, like road rage almost. So I'm seeing like someone like just shaking their fists. So if someone cuts you off or something in traffic, try not to, take it out on someone else in traffic, right? And now I'm hearing what goes around comes around. So karma is not something you want to deal with right now. So Remember, what goes around comes around is what I'm hearing. So if you feel betrayed by something because it didn't work out, remember it didn't work out because it wasn't meant to. Okay. Whatever you're working towards, this is like trial and error, guys. We're just trying it. And if it doesn't work out, well, it wasn't meant to be. So I'm hearing trial and error there. So the clarifiers that I pulled for the broom or death card, here we have temperance, we have the 10 of wands, and we have the queen of wands. So again, with temperance, again, divine timing, patience, perseverance. It's asking you to take time and work on yourself, okay? And this could be a big burden to you, the 10 of wands. So you could be carrying a heavy burden. That's why it's time to let go of the old and bring in the new. But be patient with yourself, okay? Remember that Rome was not built in a day. And I keep hearing that. Rome wasn't built in a day. I'm also getting that, you could be a fiery, passionate person who loves to go out and get what you need. Or you could know someone who's a fiery, passionate person. Maybe you want to sit down and have, lunch with them. They could take away some of your burdens. This could be you need to go talk to someone who can give you great advice, a professional therapist or a psychoanalyst. I'm not sure. Whatever you think you need. So, take away your burdens, but remember, once you start cleaning that stuff out, you have to put in the hard work. Okay. So if you need to go talk to a professional therapist, go talk to one, make time. I know I have to go see a doctor because haven't been feeling the greatest as of late. So I will need to, make an appointment and make sure that I'm healthy. So the future me will thank me. Okay. All right. So for the 8 of Pentacles, the clarifiers, we have the 9 of Swords, we have the 7 of Swords, and we have the Page of Pentacles. So, so you're putting in the hard work and you're cleaning out all what no longer serves you. There could be some deception here. So maybe when you go to work hard and to get what you want, there could be some deception here. Maybe some deception in what you think you need. Maybe it's unrealistic at the time and it's keeping you up at night. Like you're not sure how you can achieve this. And then there's a message about how to achieve it. Page of Pentacles is a message about money, about income. So it's like almost like there could be like maybe you're deceiving yourself, like you're trying to, well, I can do this and I can do that. Again, the sky's the limit, but there's, it has to be based in reality of what you can get to or how you get to your end goal. So there could be a little deception, and that's, you're like, well, how do I get out of this situation? Whatever situation, it could be your health. It could be, a certain job goal, or it could even be a relationship goal. Maybe there's deception in your relationship and you're having nightmares about it, but you need to keep going because there will be a message of encouragement on how to reach your goal. Okay. Whatever goal that is. So for the 4 of Cups, we have clarifiers of the Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles. I am the Queen of Pentacles, and the Emperor. So if you are feeling discouraged, or you're feeling disappointed, or you're feeling bored, try to find that passion again. Try something else. The Knight of Pentacles is one of the slowest knights in the deck. And that's because you need to take time to see if this is for you. Okay. So if you get bored with something, maybe it's not for you. Maybe you need to rethink it. The Queen of Pentacles is very practical. She likes practical. She likes, knowing where she's going to be in 5 to 10 years. This could be that you want to be a career person, man or woman, doesn't matter. He, she, they. And, taking action in your life, being that leader in your life. So if you're doing the hard work, but you're getting bored, then it sounds like you need something else. You need to turn to something else. So something else could be calling for you, maybe something you never even thought of, but you need to take charge and remember that if you're getting bored or disappointed, something's not coming in, the Knight of Pentacles is telling you, look, maybe this isn't for you. Maybe that's why it's taking so long to come in. So you need to maybe rethink what your goal should be. That's where it goes back to the deception. Maybe it's an unrealistic goal right now, but you need to figure out how it becomes reality, right? So you can visualize, if you want to be a millionaire, how are you going to be it? Is there a certain job that you have that you become a millionaire? Is there, you play the lottery and become a millionaire that way? So I think this is more like, how are you going to reach that goal? Because nothing's happening right now. So everything is stagnant right now because you're not really sure how to get to that goal. Okay. All right. So for the clarifiers for the Wheel of Fortune or the good luck charm, is the Hierophant, Three of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. So here we go. So the Hierophant is about tradition. It's about religion, hierarchy. And remember, the Wheel of Fortune is, the wheels ever turning. It's destiny. It's good luck. It's, good fortune, that kind of thing. Remember that you don't have to be traditional. You can be if you want to get your money in a traditional way. So like a good job. Do you have to go back to school for that? That would be like, you be kind of the wise person. You are going to teach other people to be like you, once your life works out. So what I would say is maybe look in non-traditional ways. I keep hearing non-traditional. Maybe you are traditional. Maybe you think, well, a good job will do it. But maybe there's like some kind of contest that you win where you get $1 million and you become a millionaire that way. So try not to be too traditional because tradition doesn't always matter, and yeah, you're going to have some heartbreaks along the way. Okay, Three of Swords, heartbreak, betrayal, cheating even, if you're talking about relationships. Remember that, again, I'm hearing Rome wasn't built in a day. You're going to have heartbreaks. You're going to have setbacks. You're going to have things not go your way, but keep trudging forward because the Ten of Pentacles is here to tell you that everything will come out your way. Remember that if you do have heartbreaks and setbacks, that is not for you. Maybe you need to change your direction completely. Because again, we have the Ten of Swords. So if you hurt people, and hurt witches. So if you feel betrayed or something didn't go your way, again, it's asking you to keep going. Maybe you need to go in a different direction. So the Ten of Pentacles is everything working out, right? Everything's working out for your favor. It usually shows like a little community market. So what you do and you become successful, you make other people successful. But it's going to, I keep hearing you're going to have to kiss a lot of frogs to get to your prince. So if this is about a relationship, maybe one relationship didn't work out because another one's going to come and take its place. That's where death would come in, right? So also I want to show at the end on the the bottom of the deck, I do have the Five of Wands, but I also have the Ten of Cups. So again, you're going to struggle. It's going to be a struggle because you need to find out where you're going, where you're headed, and what you want to do. And remember, there's going to be heartbreak, setbacks, betrayal. Okay. There's going to be, but that's ending. So it's an ending of a cycle. Okay. So I have the Seven of Wands, which is they're building a barricade here. Okay. They're building a barricade. So you may have to defend your beliefs. You may have to defend yourself against naysayers. The heck with them. They're in their own little world and they are not helping themselves out of that situation. So maybe they want to be stuck there. Okay. Naysayers, they don't matter. The Five of Swords is, you want to give up the fight. You've been betrayed. You're not sure where to go. Keep fighting. Okay. This guy is fighting, and these guys, these other two are just kind of drudging behind him. They're like, oh, I don't really want to keep going. Keep up the fight. Keep up the good fight. You'll win in the end. We have the Seven of Cups. So this is choices, choices, choices. Try not to, distract yourself. Try not to get disillusioned with yourself. And remember that the 10 of Cups is on the bottom of the deck. So it sounds like all you need to do is keep going forwards. You're on the right path. I did pull 3 after tarots. So we have the Chariot. So again, the Chariot means movement. Well, the after tarot is, well, you've gotten that movement. Now what do you do with it? Okay, so this is a card of like, well, what do you do now that you have movement? You have something come in, you have a decision to make. Are you going to run with it, or are you going to try something else? So here we go, back with the choices. You have choices. Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so you planted your seeds. Now you're waiting, but you have this pentacle here. So you have money to go do something else if you want to, or you have some kind of loan or charity, like someone gives you charity. Again, I'm seeing the guy with the, and the hundreds. You already have something here. You're just waiting for these to ripen, right? So you planted the seeds, you take some of your seeds because they come in, but now what do you do with the rest of them once you have this little bit of whatever this is, money, or you have love, or whatever, you have a new relationship or whatever, or your health. Now that you have good health, what are you going to do with it, right? You're going to stay on the righteous path, or you're going to stay healthy and make sure you exercise and stuff, or are you going to go back to eating junk food? That's just an example, okay? But now you have a little something here, but you are still waiting for all these to ripen so that you can have your 10 of Pentacles, right? And then, of course, we have the Five of Swords. So duplicates here, but this is the after tarot. So this guy has decided to stay and fight, and these two have left. Okay, so in the Five of Swords, the original Five of Swords is you want to give up the fight. You won the battle, but not the war. This is, well, I don't care. I'm in it for the long haul. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep fighting the good fight. Keep fighting the good fight, guys. That's all I can tell you. It just sounds like whatever your decision is to make your life better. Again, this is trial and error here, guys. We're all doing that. That is what our lives are. Okay, this failed, so let's try something else. Okay, death is asking you to, again, and I wanted to do this, and I totally forgot. So at the bottom of the Cozy Witch Tarot, it's the Page of Pentacles, and then we have the Seven of Wands too, and Judgment. So the Page of Pentacles, when life gives you lemons, make enhanced lemonade, right? Again, you are controlling your own life, your own destiny here. Again, this is trial and error. When they throw you lemons, make lemonade out of it, right? Do the best you can. So we have the Seven of Wands. Witches should hold other witches accountable, right? But remember that you also have to remain steadfast, and you need to use your own judgment, and you may have to defend your beliefs. That's okay. Remember that not everyone is the same. Not everyone believes in the same things. That's what makes us all unique and different. So the last one I have is all the signs say that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. You are supposed to be on this track. You're going to fail, okay? Failure is not a bad thing. Failure just means that you get back up on the horse and you do it again. I hate to take a line from Fox News, but you pull yourself up by your bootstraps and you do it again. I don't like Fox News. I'm sorry if anyone out there does. I hope I don't offend you, but I don't like Fox News. But the moral of the story is, the moral of the story is you are exactly where you're supposed to be. Again, guys, this is trial and error. You're not going to get it right on the first try. And if you do, great, that's what you were meant to do. But we're all living this thing called life, and we're not always going to be able to, get it right the first time. Okay. So the bottom of the after tarot, we have the Ace of Swords. So we have gotten clarity now, and we are actually, what are you going to do with that clarity? Okay, now that you have it, what do you do with it? And then, of course, we have the Six of Wands. So it's victory, and it's a victory for you, but because of your victory, you see how he puts. Is that a girl? I'm not sure. He, she, they, but they're putting the wreath on this girl here. Like, oh, well, my success is your success. That's what I was saying before. Your success is going to be other people's success as well. Okay, so I do have some advice cards, and we're going to do the Witch's Wisdom. So the first one I have is the Lord God. Again, this is, whatever you are, but you need to work on that masculine. So it could be that, the feminine is very intuitive and the masculine is very protective. Maybe you need to work on protection, okay? From not only the naysayers, but the people who will put you down. Again, I'm trying to protect myself from the people who's the gentleman who I'm sorry that you're homeless, but I need to go where I need to go. And my manifestations are meaningful to me, and I want them to come true. My manifestations may not be right for you, but they're right for me. Okay. Because I don't want to be in a certain situation anymore. It's not fair for me. It's not fair for my son. And it's not fair for the people that I need. I need to be, it's not fair for my man either, my soulmate twin flame. My situation is going to be different than this other person's. So again, protection. You can see there's a gentleman there playing I think this is Pan. Anyway, be very protective, okay? So think like a masculine would, okay? I'm not saying be a man. I'm just, if you're a woman. But all of us have masculine and feminine within us, whether we're man, woman, child, okay? Everybody has a feminine and masculine within them. Perhaps this is what you need to work on. You need to work on the masculine side of you, okay? Whether, like I said, he, she, they, doesn't matter. You are who you are, but maybe you need to work on the masculine side of you because you've been working on the feminine side, and now the masculine feels like out of balance, out of whack. So work on that masculine, which is protection. Anything that you would think like the masculine energy would be, work on that. Okay. And they have all kinds of balance stuff you can use on YouTube, balancing the masculine and feminine. Maybe just listen to some mantras for doing that. I'm so sorry. Okay. So the second one was air or imagination. Again, if you're going to be manifesting something and you want to get to a better life, you need to know what direction you want to go in. So if you want a new job, well, can you see yourself in that new job? If you want a new relationship, can you see yourself in that new relationship? Okay. If you want good health, can you see yourself healthy and not eating junk food or going to the gym or exercising at home? Again, you do not have to pay for a gym membership. I lost over 50 pounds from just doing stuff at home, workout stuff at home. And all I did was turn it on YouTube. You can find a bunch of workout stuff on YouTube and do that at home for free. So you don't even have to go to the gym for that. You literally can exercise at home. And I kind of recommend it because I don't like people watching me exercise. Okay. But I mean, that if that is, it's an example of, can you see yourself doing what you want to be in? So if you have an idea of where you want to go and what your life should look like, manifest that by visualizing that. Can you feel the emotions of a new relationship? Can you feel the emotions of a new job? Can you feel what it feels like to be healthy and not on junk food or not going to the doctor every 2 days or 2 weeks or whatever? Can you see yourself being that person who you want to be, right? All right, so the last one is dedication, and it's a Wiccan altar or a pagan altar. So dedication. So again, if you want said life, you're going to have to dedicate yourself to visualizing and working your way to that new life. I honestly don't think if you want to be a billionaire, go be a billionaire, but you need to know how to get there, whether that's through a job, whether that's through the lottery, whether that's through an inheritance. However you see yourself becoming a billionaire, let's say, you need to know which direction you're going, and you need the dedication to get you there. Okay. I usually use this with exercise. So if you want to be a healthier you for the 2026 new year, you need to see yourself and be dedicated to going. Maybe you want to go to the gym. That's fine. If you want to go to the gym, by all means, please do that. If you would rather exercise at home like me, because I don't really have money for a gym membership, and I still want to I still want to lose weight. So maybe see yourself, maybe do some exercises off of YouTube and see how it goes, and make sure, please, please, please make sure you have plenty of water. Water, water, water. I can't tell you enough how much. I mean, and I was drinking it, remember when you sweat, it's, you have to replenish yourself. So remember that dedication to whatever you're trying to bring into your life, your manifestations, is and this is not just dedication to Wicca, okay, or paganism, but this could be religion, your religion. This could be maybe you go to church a little bit more. Maybe you take a class. Your church gives you a class or whatever, a Bible study or whatever. Maybe that's what you need to get back into. Whatever makes you feel comfortable, but remember that you need imagination to get to your manifestation, but you also need dedication. Okay. I hope you like this reading. I really enjoyed doing it. It kind of, had its ups and downs, but I think if you have that mindset of, I'm going to do this, I do a meditation every day where I can visualize my life that I want to be a part of. I can feel the emotions. I can see myself in it. And that's how I become the person I want to become, right? I see that, and I've done that every day now for almost 2 months. It's been almost 2 months, I'm sure. I started at the end of September. Yeah. End of October would be 1 month, and then the end of November would be 2 months. So almost 2 months. End of December will be 3 months, and I'm pretty much going to do maybe 3-4 months of every day finding that time to meditate and visualize and see myself, feel the emotions of where I want to be. Okay. I hope that gave you some great advice. I hope this resonated with you. If it did, please hit that like button and also comment down below. Let me know how you feel, how you want to, if you can tell me what you are trying to bring into your life. Maybe you're trying to bring in a home. Maybe you're trying to bring in a new job or be healthier. 2026 is coming up. So I probably will do the end of the year kind of thing. I might do that. And then I will do a new year reading. I haven't really gotten into, I did the signs. It didn't really go so well. So I'm going to kind of back off the signs a little bit, but I've been doing weeklies because I'm not really sure if I'm ready for anything else. I thought maybe the signs would help, but not a lot of people watch the signs. So some watched more than others, but there wasn't really a lot of likes, like maybe 1 or 2 here or there. But just remember that, if you want to see something, you can leave a comment in the comment section. Follow me on Rumble if you're on Rumble. My link is in the description field. Please, please, please leave a comment. Let me know what you would like to see. If you would like to see a sign, your sign, Scorpio or whatever sign you are, if you'd like to see that again, please leave a comment in the comment section. If you would like a end of the year or a new year or a monthly thing, we could do that. I could definitely do that. Try to find time for it. Oh, I'm really busy. So anyway, if you would like to see something, please leave a comment. Please like and share and comment. And if you can, follow me on Rumble or subscribe to me on YouTube, whichever you like to do. Until next week, I hope you have a great December 1st through the 7th. And like I said, if you can let me know how it goes in the comment field, and we'll keep going with that. All right. Have a great one. Bye, guys. Bye-bye.